Before we begin tonight's program, I'd like to bring up our student body president, Mr. Colin Pritchard, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Colin Pritchard.
Everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I don't have much to say. My classmates are all smarter than me. I'm just wearing these glasses so I look like I belong. Let's have a good night.
Thank you, Colin. Hard to follow that. All right, good evening. Welcome parents, students, Board of Education members, staff members, scholarship presenters to our annual Academic Awards ceremony. Before we begin tonight's program, I'd just like to take a minute to thank a few people who have made tonight responsible for organizing tonight. I want to thank the New Egypt Elks Lodge for donating, letting us borrow these round tables. I want to thank Big Woods Nursery for donating the flowers. I want to thank Mrs. Drucker and Mrs. DeGangi for their hard work and diligence in organizing this night for our students. I also want to thank Mrs. Karen Weber and the high school PTO for working with Ms. Drucker and Ms. DeGangi to make this evening special. And on behalf of the New Egypt High School community, I'd like to sincerely thank all of our scholarship donors for recognizing the academic efforts of our students. We are very grateful for your contribution to our students' future, so thank you. This is one of my favorite nights of the year. Students are not celebrated enough for their academic achievements. Success does not happen by accident. The road to success comes through hard work, determination, and personal sacrifice. Tonight we have the opportunity to recognize each one of these students for the hard work, determination, and personal sacrifices that they have made on their road to success. To the students, I just ask you not to stop here. Continue to work hard, be determined, and make those personal sacrifices to ensure your success. I congratulate all of you on your current accomplishments and wish you many more in the future. At this time, I'd like to introduce our Supervisor of High School Guidance, Mrs. Jessica Drucker.
Thank you, Mr. Mendez. To start off tonight's award ceremony, I would like to welcome to the stage our first presenter, Mr. North.
Homestead Township Board of Education Awards. It sponsors the BOE, $100 gift certificate at Barnes & Noble. The recipient for academic achievement is Holly Wessel. Recipient for Most Improved, Morgan Collier.
For our next award, I would like to welcome our presenter, Mr. Cody Birdsall.
The Ocean County School Board Association Unsung Hero Award goes to Nalita Morfin.
Next, I would like to welcome our presenter, Mr. Walter Preston.
Good evening. How's everyone? I'd like to send greetings to your administration and your teaching staff, and of course our most important product, our students. Greetings. on behalf of the Ocean County Retired Educators Association, 1,200 strong plus, I would like to present this $1,000 award to Caitlin Healy. She wants to be an educator also. And as you know, being an educator is something you're called to. You don't choose to be an educator, you're chosen to be one. Congratulations.
Our next presenter that I would like to welcome to the stage is Mr. Tim Van Schmidt and Hank Pierre.
Good evening. We're here from the Pemberton Pyramid Masonic Lodge. Tonight we have a scholarship for Miss Lauren Lanning.
Next, I would like to welcome to the stage Mr. Bob Bowen.
On behalf of the Plumstead Township Republican Club, I'm pleased to present our 2019 award winner to Colin Pritchard. I was not on the committee, so those of you who are wondering why my neighbor 3 doors down is getting this, I had nothing to do with it, but congratulations.
Next, I would like to welcome to the stage our Mayor, Jack Trotta.
One of the main activities of the Ocean County Mayors Association is the scholarships that they provide to high school seniors. The scholarship program was developed in 1994 by the late Mayor William T. Hornage of Beechwood, the late Mayor David M. Sidens of Island Heights, and Mayor Emeritus Russell Corby of Pine Beach. The majority of the funding for the scholarship program comes from a golf outing that is held the last Thursday in August each year. With this fundraising effort, the Ocean County Mayors Association has developed a premier scholarship program in Ocean County, and throughout the years have provided over $697,000 in scholarships. In addition to the golf outing, corporate sponsorships and advertisers in the Golf Digest have made this scholarship program an unqualified success. The scholarships are broken down as follows. Each year, the general scholarship provides for a $1,000 scholarship to a senior from each county's 20 high schools, 4 $500 scholarships to VOTEC students going on to further their vocational training, and the William T. Hornage Memorial Scholarship, David M. Sidens Memorial Scholarship of $1,000 to the best 3 students in Ocean County. The Ocean County Mayors Association also provides an annual award of $5,000 to the Ocean County College for their scholarship fund. These scholarships are awarded to entering freshmen based on the college's criteria for need. As Plumstead Township's mayor, I am pleased to present this year's Mayor's Scholarship Award to Holly Wetzel.
Next, I would like to welcome up to the stage Miss Alicia DeMarco.
The Friends of the Plumstead Library award a scholarship in the amount of $1,000. This year's recipient is Grace Cooper.
Next, I would like to welcome up to the stage Mr. Jason Axt.
Mr. Axe sends his apologies. He was unable to be here this evening. But on behalf of the Axe family, this award goes to Robert Farrand.
For our next award, I would like to welcome Mrs. Dreyer Edinger and Mrs. Dancer.
Good evening. It is my pleasure to present the New Egypt Band Parents Award. This award is given to 2 seniors who have exhibited outstanding service and dedication to the band. The recipients tonight are Kenneth Leone and Janie Emery.
For our next award, I would like to welcome to the stage Mr. Warren Parker.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of New Egypt Pop Warner Dance and Cheer, our president, Annette Potts, our football commissioner, Michael Gerard, and our cheer commissioner, Laura Medina, it is really with our somber, humble, and most respectful, we submit the Zach Tomlinson Memorial Pop Warner Scholarship. Zach graduated from New Egypt High School in 2014, and we tragically lost him at a very young age. We were so moved because he played Pop Warner with us from 2006 till 2010 that we wanted to do something in his memory and pass it on and pay it forward. Essays are submitted by our graduates, and they're done anonymously, and then chosen by the board, and then we all find out together who has won. So in that spirit, this year, we'd like to honor Troy Pamakala with New Egypt Pop Warner Dance and Cheer Scholarship of $500 in the memory of Zach Tomlinson. He's a great kid. Football players are supposed to run. Congratulations. Thank you.
I would like to welcome to the stage for the next 2 awards, Miss Lisa Lowe.
Thank you. Connie McKenzie, our Booster Club secretary, is here to help me hand out the awards. The Booster Club Athletic Awards are presented to senior athletes for their efforts given to their sports teams, as well as their volunteerism with the Warrior Booster Club throughout their middle school and high school careers. We have selected 1 male and 1 female athlete award winner for fall, winter, and spring sports. This year, we have added 1 honorable mention award. For fall sports, we're proud to present the awards to Trevor Edinger for boys soccer, Claire Krantz for tennis, for winter sports, we're proud to present the awards to Connor Devine, boys basketball, and Amanda Morgano for girls basketball. For spring sports, we're proud to present the awards to Chris Fornicola for baseball, and Madeline Sunday for girls lacrosse. For our honorable mention, for our honorable mention award, we would like to recognize the efforts of those that assist on the sidelines in managing the teams. Julia Brown for football, wrestling, and boys lacrosse. The Warrior Booster Club established the Suzanne Haskor Memorial Scholarship for one female and one male graduating senior to honor the memory and the life of Sue Haskor, a longtime volunteer and parent representative for boys track and field who made significant contributions to New Egypt and the Plumstead Township School District. Sue was committed to her family and a consummate professional who always made time for her community. The Warrior Booster Club believes that students who are selected for this scholarship will not only benefit from the financial assistance it provides, but also by the example Sue set forth in her life. On behalf of the Warrior Booster Club and the Haskor Carmen families, we're proud to present the 2019 scholarship winners. The Female Scholarship Award winner will be attending Stockton University Honors College in Galloway Township, New Jersey this fall to obtain a biology degree with a concentration in health professions in the hopes of continuing on to medical school, aspiring to become a neurologist. Natalie Cooper, please come up and accept your scholarship award. The 2019 Suzanne Haskor Memorial Scholarship Male Award winner will be attending High Point University in High Point, North Carolina this fall, majoring in communications with a focus in popular culture and media production with the goal to become successful in the entertainment industry. Riley Mannion, please come up and accept your award. On behalf of the Warrior Booster Club and the Haskor and Carmen families, thank you.
For our next award, I would like to welcome Miss Ann Davis to the stage.
Thank you, and congratulations to all you seniors. I know it's a hard job. We at ERA Central as a team for the last 15, 20 years have presented the possibility of $1,000 scholarships to all of the high schools in the Central Jersey region. And we're happy that this year, New Egypt High School has presented us with a winner. I think it's been maybe 3 times over the last 15 years that New Egypt has had a winner. So, we are very proud to be a part of this community, and we would like you to keep in mind that our EDGE scholarship stands for students who have proven through their applications that they represent what we stand for, which is ethical, dedicated, genuine, and entrepreneurial work. So today, we are honored to deliver this award to Connor Devine.
Please welcome our next presenter, Bill Rosso.
Good evening. The Bordentown Rotary Club sponsors the Interact Club at New Egypt High School. And every year we have a major fundraiser. And again this year we had a can-a-thon in April at the New Egypt Supermarket. They're very, congratulations to the New Egypt Supermarket. They've supported us well over the years. So this year for the Helping Hands Food Pantry, in one day, a Saturday in April, we raised $1,978 worth of non-perishable food, $100 in donations. Our Rotary Club then also gave them $500 in gift certificates to buy whatever else they needed. And in mentioning that the Helping Hands Food Pantry needed some additional help, we had a different fundraiser for the St. Mary's Food Pantry in Bordentown. They actually raised too much food. They were worried about it getting expired, so they also donated $500 worth of food to the New Egypt, to the Helping Hands Food Pantry in New Egypt. So we had a great year.
So I'd like to congratulate the Interact Club, and we have two $1,000 scholarships we'll be giving out. The first one is to Victoria Grochowski. And the second one is to Madeline Sunday.
For our next award, I would like to welcome to the stage our superintendent, Mr. North.
The Superintendent's Award for this year goes to Holly Wetzel. And the second Superintendent's Award goes to Kenneth Leone. Every year, the Ocean County Superintendent's Roundtable raises money for student recognition in all the schools in Ocean County. And they have two award winners from each high school. This year, the award winners from New Egypt are Madeline Sunday, and Ellie Witham. PBA Local 390 gives out two awards to New Egypt High School, $250 each. The first one to Claire Krantz. The second to Riley Mannion.
For our next award, I would like to welcome Cheryl Marinari to the stage.
Hi, I'm here on behalf of the primary and elementary school PTO, and it's quite an honor to be here and see a bunch of my former students winning awards. I'm here to give two awards out for $500 each to the following recipients: Claire Krantz and Connor Devine.
Please welcome to the stage our next presenter, Mrs. Karen Weber.
Good evening and welcome. I'm Karen Weber. I'm the president of the PTO at the New Egypt High School, and I just want to thank everyone for their support throughout the year for the fundraise to ensure we can continue to give the scholarships to the deserving seniors. I just want to start by congratulating the class of 2019 for a job well done. We were very fortunate this year to have 5 of our staff members assist the PTO in choosing the well-deserved scholarship winners for 2019. Although we had outstanding candidates this year, we were only able to choose 4, which was very hard. The recipients will be receiving a $250 check. The 4 recipients are Holly Wetzel, Celia Medina, Madeline Sunday, and Victoria Grahusky. Good luck in college and your many new journeys ahead. Thank you.
Next, I would like to welcome Ms. Lynn Przybylkowski to the stage to present the next 3 awards.
Good evening. This award is from the New Egypt Marketplace and it's for $500. This award goes to a student that has a great work ethic in the classroom and at work. In the workforce, one must be able to cooperate with others, be a decision maker and a problem solver while getting all their tasks complete. This student has achieved all those qualities and is extremely responsible, so respectful, and most of all, he takes the initiative. He will be an asset at Western Connecticut State University next year when he enters the real world. Troy Pavacali. This is also an award from New Egypt Marketplace. They actually let me do all 3 of their awards tonight. They're a very special place. This award is for $250 and it's the New Egypt Marketplace College and Career Readiness Award. This year's recipient is a student I've truly enjoyed seeing him grow into a mature young adult. He started off this year as an intern at the Marketplace and he did so well they hired him. His responsibilities have grown from his job placement, and he was a strong, intricate person in our business academy for meeting with Case Pork Roll, which now, don't forget, we have Warrior Case Pork Roll. And it was all because of Joe and his strategy behind the scenes that nobody really knew how much he participated in those meetings. Joe Cucci is this year's reward recipient. This is the Continuous Improvement Award from the Marketplace for $250 each. It goes to 2 students who continuously strive for academic excellence. They are diligent, respectful, and they are the hardest workers in school, and they know when to achieve their goals and how to be successful in every aspect, and most of all, they're very kind, and that is Chris Cipriani and Julia Brown.
Next, I would like to welcome Mr. Cody Birdsall, who's already up on the stage.
The Grade Scholarships for Great Students Award is selected through an application process. It is for $1,000. This year's recipient is Ellie Witham.
For our next award, I would like to welcome our presenter, Sharon Klopp.
Hi, everyone. So I was reading a recent publication. I thought I'd share this fact with you, that at an early age of 6, over 56% of children are part of a recreational sport. I thought that was a lot. So for many of you in this room, your journey with sports started a long time ago. So while you were making new friends in your early days of rec sports and learning what you liked and what you didn't like, you were also really learning some skills that will last you a lifetime, such as leadership, teamwork, dedication, and how sometimes it's really not all about winning. So I hope as you continue your journey past high school and on to college, that you take some of those lessons and you continue on and continue to build them, and maybe one day you'll come back and be a rec coach in New Egypt. Okay, so this year we chose 2 recipients, 1 male and 1 female. So the first award is to Madeline Sunday. And the second is to Connor Devine.
On behalf of the Kristen Narsini Artistic Achievement Award, The criteria for this award was a senior art student who displays content, knowledge, and mastery of skills in the area of drawing. The artist also has a firm grasp of nature-related elements. This year's recipient for a $250 award is Lauren Lanning. For our next award, I would like to welcome our presenter, Mick Hughes.
Okay, so this is the New Egypt High School Yearbook Scholarship, and before I give it away and talk a little bit about our recipient, big congratulations to the class of 2019. You're a great group. You really were a pleasure to teach and have in the building. Also, congratulations to the parents, all the parents that are here. You guys did a great job with your kids. We're real proud of them, and so big credit to you as far as raising them. So anyway, so this is my 13th year as the yearbook advisor. We take a lot of pride in it, and each year I think it's gotten a lot better. And a yearbook is really only as good as its editor. And this year's editor approached it with a seriousness and focus that she gained as a member of the club over the last few years. She waited her turn, and this year really, I think, brought her A game to the yearbook. You may know, in a small school like ours, everybody wears many hats. You may know this recipient perhaps as Elle Woods. Perhaps you know her as Willy Wonka. Maybe you know her from Tooties. I don't know, from the Tooties window. But I'm really proud of her. She paid her dues, and I think the book turned out great this year. So Grace Cooper, come on up. You are this year's NEHS Yearbook Scholarship Award winner.
For our next award, I would like to welcome our presenter, Alicia DeMarco.
The Ronald Dunster Memorial Scholarship Award is sponsored by the Give Back Foundation in the amount of $1,000. This year's recipient is Connor Devine.
For our next award, I would like to welcome Mr. Ed Treadaway to the stage.
This is one of my favorite times of the year. I get to give other people's money away, so it's great. New Egypt Elks is proud for the last several years to give the Male and Female Student of the Year award. This year, female student goes to Holly Wetzel. And the male student is Justin Mayer. The next award is from the Southwest District Elks, which is devised of 9 lodges, and students from all the areas could put a application in. This year's female, they give a $500 scholarship to a male and a female. This year, the female winner is from New Egypt, Natalie Cooper. The next 2 awards are named after members of our lodge who have dedicated their lives helping this community in dealing with special needs or sports, or how you gave back to veterans. For the John Bagley Award, the criteria is a student that meets the challenges in a forthright manner, in a positive spirit, and demonstrated the courage of his or her own unique way, and provided a positive role model to others while striving to achieve personal goals. This year's John Bagley Award goes to Natalie Cooper. The next award is the Harry Crane Award, and this goes to a student who has chosen a trade school and who has been involved in community service. The young man that the school chose this year was a volunteer fireman, Kenny Lone. The last scholarship that I'm going to be awarding tonight is the New Egypt Elks Wildwood Marching Band Award. The criteria is students that have marched in our parade every year. They get a point for every year that they were there. And in event of a tie, we use a student that has the most volunteer time. This year it was a tie, and the band director helps choose on this one. This year's recipient is Kenny Leone.
For our next award, I would like to welcome our presenter to the stage, Donna Conk.
This award is in memory of my late husband, Terry Lee Conk. Terry worked tirelessly, endlessly, and very willingly and proudly for the New Egypt Elks for many, many years, and ran many of the committees, and the one he was most devoted to, of course, involved children. And tonight's recipient, I will say the stuff first, I'm sorry. The recipient tonight, the student was chosen for meeting challenges in a forthright manner, head-on, with a positive spirit, and they are a positive role model for others while striving to achieve their own personal goals. And Terry worked for over 30 years with these committees, and it's an honor to give this out tonight because I know that this young lady was on part of the Elks at one time, and he personally worked with she and her family. So tonight the award goes to, it's a $500 check to Mary Grace Roach.
This award is going to two recipients in the amount of $250 from the New Egypt Volunteer Fire Company. Our first recipient, Joshua Allen. And our second recipient is Gabrielle Bendick.
The Ladies Auxiliary of New Egypt Fire Company Scholarship is for $100. This year's recipients are Madison Seidman, the second recipient is Joshua Allen. The Timberlane Kennel Scholarship is for $200. This year's recipients are Connor Devine, the second recipient is Justin Mayer. The Big Woods Garden and Nursery Scholarship is for $150 each. The criteria for this award are students majoring in the science field. This year's recipients are Natalie Cooper, and Richard O'Donnell.
For our next 3 awards, I would like to welcome to the stage our presenter, Pam Conk.
Congratulations to the class of 2019 and tonight's recipients. The first award, Dorothy Mount was a former teacher and principal of New Egypt School, an author and Plumstead Township historian, and she bequested a sum of money to be distributed through the New Egypt United Methodist Church to a graduate of New Egypt High School. The winner of the Dorothy Hilton Mount Scholarship for $1,000 is Olivia Amatucci. The Sue Lear Memorial Scholarship. Sue Lear was a paraprofessional who provided services to our students for over 20 years at New Egypt Elementary School. This year's recipient is Mary Grace Roach. And presenting with me is Mrs. Kitty Donahue from the elementary school. The New Egypt Historical Society provides a scholarship to a person who loves history. This year's recipient is Ellie Witham.
For our next award, I would like to welcome to the stage Lynn Priskowski and Mike Farina.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Teachers Association, I'd like to express how proud we are of the academic achievements of our 2 winners and the heights that they have reached. Please help me welcome Riley Mannion. And NEHS Teacher Academy member, Caitlin Healy.
The WOBM Gateway Toyota Student of the Week Award goes to Ellie Witham. And the second recipient of this award is Riley Mannion.
The Dr. Gerald H. Ware Award in the amount of $250 is awarded to Caitlin Healy.
The recipient of the 2019 Friend of Education Award is Holly Wetzel.
George Ford Compton was a lifelong resident of New Egypt. His wife contacted me in early fall wishing to set up a scholarship endowment for a graduating New Egypt high school student for years to come. This year was the first year. We had 8 recipients apply through an application process. These recipients were also told it was a $2,000 scholarship, and very happily, she contacted me on Friday to let me know the bank contacted her to $2,500 scholarship. She also told me the 8 applicants were so impressive. Her and her family could not believe the accomplishments our students are making. With that, they were sad that they could only give the award to one student, and that student is Lauren Carlucci.
This year's recipient of the Ocean County Personnel and Guidance Association Caring Award is Ellie Witham.
The Ocean County Personnel and Guidance Association has also awarded 2 scholarships in the amount of $1,000 each. The first recipient is Lauren Carlucci. The second recipient is Victoria Garkuski.
This year's recipient of the Charles B. Mathis Memorial Award is Ellie Witham.
For our next award, I would like to welcome up to the stage our presenter, Lauren Lapointe.
Hi, I'm with the Ladies Auxiliary at the New Egypt American Legion Post, and we had students send in a little essay for a book scholarship. And the way our book scholarship works is that students go to school, they purchase their books, and then they send a receipt to us, and we have all the instructions here, and then we will send each of the students that I have listed here a $100 check as a reimbursement for to help out with your college books. And the students that I'd like to award this to are Madeline Sunday, Grace Cooper, Natalie Cooper, Holly Wetzel, Richard O'Donnell, Julia Brown, Connor Devine, and the last one goes to Ellie Witham.
This year's recipients of the Cavalcherry Junior Guidance Award are Holly Wetzel, Lauren Stone, and Kenneth Leone.
For our next award, I would like to welcome our presenter, Ms. Kimberly DeGangi.
The 10th annual Ralph Dobrich Memorial Scholarship is sponsored by trustees Bob Funk and Rick DeFalco, along with their families. Both Bob and Rick worked with Ralph Dobrich for over 25 years as engineers with Philips Healthcare. Ralph was a quiet guy who flew under the radar and had tremendous potential. His interests included photography, holography, music, especially computer science, and also had an impeccable sense of humor. You wouldn't know that unless he trusted you as a friend, however. Ralph became ill with cancer and passed away in 2009. Since he had no living relatives, he asked Bob and Rick to establish a scholarship fund. Since Bob Funk lives in New Egypt and Rick lives in Lawrenceville, scholarships were initially set up in both those school districts. And now they are branching out to other districts. Bob and Rick are proud and blessed to be able to do this in Ralph's name. Bob also sends his apologies that he was unable to attend tonight and asks that I present the award to the recipients to whom he has selected. Tonight's awards of $1,000 each goes to the 5 following students. The first, Olivia Amatucci. The second, Julia Brown. The third, Christopher Cipriani. The fourth, Justin Mayer. And the final recipient, Brad Cease.
For our final awards of the evening, which are our Warrior Awards, we're going to start with the Art Department, and I would like to welcome Sandy Creevy to the stage.
The student receiving tonight's Warrior Award for Art has utilized her talents to help beautify both the high school and the community of New Egypt. She has accomplished this through her participation in town window painting events, mural painting, and many, many Spirit Week banners. Throughout her 4 years at the high school, she has been an avid member of the art club, and this year had the honor of being our art club president. So please now join me in congratulating this year's recipient of the Warrior Art Award, Megan Hammer.
For our next award, which is from the Business Technology Department, our presenter, please welcome her to the stage, Lynn Przyspolkowski.
When coming up with the Warrior Business Technology, our department decides on a student who models the mind, body, and spirit motto in our school. However, we also look for specific qualities that a student must possess. The student must present a strong work ethic, vision, passion for the business field. 19 years ago, when I started here, I had a student create a ladder of success based on careers. Eventually got put on outside my wall where my room is, and the students walk by it every single day and walk in my room. I bet you they don't know one word on that ladder of success if I ask them tonight. But those words are vision, passion, attitude, honesty, integrity, dedication, leadership, and enthusiasm. Each and every one of those words represents the qualities of our Warrior Award winner tonight. And it's the true meaning of the warrior mind, body, and spirit. This year's academic student works very hard in silence and lets her success makes all the noise. This year's Warrior Award winner is Lauren Carlucci, who's attending and majoring business at Stevens Institute of Technology.
Our next award is being presented, the next 2 awards are being presented by Miss Alexis Fox out of the Drama Department and English Department.
I've watched the recipient of this year's Drama Warrior Award exponentially grow in the 3 years that I have been a part of the NEHS drama program. This year, although not a delegated senior leader, she was unafraid to take the reins during practice. There would be times where students were absent, and this student was always there, always in character, complete with accent and mannerisms. If an actor was having trouble with a dance routine, she could not only demonstrate,
but teach to the needs of that student. In fact, I'm willing to bet money that if I was called out of the auditorium for some reason, she probably could have ran rehearsal as if I had never even left. Although this student is not going to university to pursue acting specifically, I am confident that she will make the world her stage. It is with pride that I present this year's Drama Award to Claire Krantz. Okay, the recipient of this year's Warrior Award for English is sitting in this audience, probably completely unaware that this award is the reason they're here. They probably thought they were here for math, maybe history, but definitely not English. In fact, this student has spent almost the entire year telling me how much they are, and I quote, not an English person. She speaks in rapid-fire analysis and views just about every aspect of her life through a critical lens, but she's not an English person. Not only does this student swiftly and adeptly manipulate the written word to fit in nearly every context, but she's also quick to help others achieve what seems to come to her naturally. She's equally as quick to ask for help if she meets a roadblock, but still, she's not an English person. This student seems to be a believer that while there's no such thing as perfection, the revision process is to be revered rather than feared. And when she leaves high school, I know she'll confidently transfer these skills into all facets of her academic and professional career. Now, I hate to break it to all of you, but that's what English people do. By that definition, if there ever was an English person, Lauren Stone, you would be it. Come get this award.
For our next award, I would like to welcome to the stage Sean Fedema, who will be presenting the History Department Warrior Award.
Good evening, everyone. Before I start, Mr. T. Corby would like to give his apologies for not being able to make it tonight to give this award. He has his daughter's 8th grade social dance, and he has to take hundreds of pictures in her very expensive dress. He believes our award recipient's father is going to understand his situation before time's over. This year, the History Department will be bestowing this year's Warrior Academic Award for recognition upon Ellie Witham. Throughout her 4 years here, Ellie has exemplified the qualities that we look at for a department. Throughout her time here, she's taken US 1 honors, military history, America International pastime, and both AP US history and AP government along the way. Early on, we realized that Ellie was special not only academically, but with her ability to be able to relate the matters we discussed in class to the events that were going on in the world today. It was easy to talk to Ellie and forget that she was a 15-year-old kid when she first got here. Furthermore, we remember the first time that we ever ventured into the topic of baseball, and we thought that she could probably coach the greatest team in baseball, the Boston Red Sox. I know she's a Bruins fan too, so I'm going to try to wrap this up. She probably wants to get out of here and start watching the Stanley Cup right now. Ellie also stepped out of her comfort zone and went on her own to take the AP World History exam, a test that our school does not offer, and she went out to go study and prepare for it all by herself. Finally, Ellie is quietly passionate, and she is one of the best debate kids we have ever seen in our 4 years of teaching. And we know that Northeastern University has secured someone who will embrace the collegiate environment for students like Ellie who were born to prosper in that world. We as a department look forward to seeing what she will do in the future. She had already entered our school as such a well-rounded individual, and she is one of those rare breeds that just by looking at her and her work ethic and accomplishments, you know that she will accomplish many more great things and become whatever she wants. She has grown into a mature young woman, ready to take on the world, and of course, the History Department will be severely missing our fiercest and most dedicated social justice warrior in our ranks. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2019 History Warrior Award winner, Ellie Witham.
Our next Warrior Award will be presented by Mike Farina on behalf of the Mathematics Department.
Hi, everyone. So when I thought about this year's winner, there was this phrase that came to mind, and it certainly applies to them. It actually applies to innumerable facets of life, and it is this. It may be simple, but that doesn't mean it's easy. So as our winner reviewed for countless AP exams, and they would get 4s and 5s on those exams, which are top scores, it became evident getting a top score on an AP exam is actually pretty simple. And for those of you interested, I can give you the simple formula that our winner followed. The first step, every time a new concept is introduced to you, go home, study it, and struggle with it until you understand it completely. And you have to begin this process in elementary school. Step 2, show up every day ready to work, and do that on the good days, which is easy, but also on the bad and the mundane days, which is even more important. That's it. Follow these steps and you too can be successful. Simple, right? But very far from easy. And I can tell you some of the obstacles that our winner had to overcome this year. Sure, there were arcane equations they had to deal with, and there was complicated mathematics they had to work through, but the main thing, the main hurdle that stood in their way was their car. Totaled it. Undrivable, had to get a new one. That new one, it would take them to school on dark, cold January and February mornings without heat. It would only start, there was a period of time where it only ran when our winner would tap it in the perfect spot, very gently with a sledgehammer. And last but not least, who can forget the time that their car broke down and our winner ended up spending 6 hours with a very pleasant elderly couple, ate dinner at their house, and ultimately showered there. But that's a story for another time. So, ladies and gentlemen, apparently, like calculus, driving, simple, but not easy. I can tell you that I am going to greatly miss our winner next year, and I think I speak for a lot of people at New Egypt when I say that. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage the 2019 Warrior Award winner for Mathematics, Chris Cipriani.
For our next award, please help me welcome Doug Grotto to the stage, who will be presenting a Warrior Award for the Music Department.
The Warrior Award for Music is given to a music student who exhibits the warrior spirit. The recipient is one who is a true leader among his or her peers in the classroom and at performances. This year's recipient has taken almost all of the music courses offered at New Egypt, including rock band, musical theater, and AP music theory. This warrior has also been a member and a soloist in the school chorus and has participated and has leading roles in school musicals. You know that you're well liked if you have many nicknames. I have given this warrior more nicknames than any other, including Ursula, Smell, Wilhelmina, and Grapes. The 2019 Warrior Award for Music goes to Grace Cooper.
For the next Warrior Award, which will be presented by Jay Corey, please welcome him to the stage.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Physical Education Warrior Award was not an easy selection this year. We have some serious senioritis going on in the gym this spring. Our recipient is not the most athletic senior, but nobody has given a better effort over a 4-year career in this gymnasium. He helps me set up and clean up every activity he is a part of, and in June is still going full tilt in scooter hockey. This year's PE Warrior Award winner is John Emily.
Next Warrior Award, please welcome our presenter, Caitlin Panachek.
Our favorite thing about this year's recipient of the Science Warrior Award is her quest for knowledge. From our discussions about books, podcasts, current research, scrutinizing her own shoulder surgery pictures, and setting up experiments in my room, 3 different ones today, just today. Her actions and dedication totally support that she's in love with this subject. Her engagement in our classes has always been exemplary, and we know she will carry this inquisitive nature and desire to learn with her for the rest of her life. I could go on about her for hours, but we know that her track record speaks for itself. She will major in biology with a concentration in pre-health profession next year as she continues her education at Stockton University, and we are very excited to see what the future holds for her. The Warrior Award for Science goes to Natalie Cooper.
And last but not least, our last Warrior Award will be presented by Nellie Hughes on behalf of the World Language Department.
Buenas noches. I'm so glad that this year I'm able to present the Warrior Award for World Language to a Spanish learner. The student who was selected this year has maintained an above average grade in 4 levels of Spanish. The student has always been very engaged in class and is someone who I can count on to be an active participant and volunteer when no one else really wants to. When she tries and doesn't get the correct answer, she has a positive attitude and almost always says, "Dang it," with that unique smile. This student has also been very active in Spanish Club. She is fully committed to whatever we do. She has run meetings, taught cultural lessons, and at times has even worn a taco costume to promote the Spanish Club. When I asked her to wear a headband full of roses to look like Frida Kahlo on the Day of the Dead celebration, she happily obliged. Recently, I asked my Spanish 4 students why they wanted to take Spanish. This student said to better communicate with her Colombian family. This student also expressed the wish to be more fluent so her Spanish-speaking patients feel more comfortable when she becomes a nurse. Es mi placer en presentar el Premio del Guerrero a la presidenta del Club de Español, Celia Medina.
I would like to thank all the sponsors who generously provided scholarships and awards this evening. Through their efforts, generosity, and continued support, we were able to present tonight's honored seniors with just over $39,000. Thank you to all the family members and friends who came out to be a part of this special evening and show their love and support. Also, this evening's refreshments have been provided by the Plumstead Township Education Association. Recipients, they are proud of all your accomplishments and wish you well in all you do. I would also like to take this time to recognize our scholarship coordinator and guidance department administrative assistant, Mrs. Kimberly DeGangi. Mrs. DeGangi has dedicated countless hours to make this wonderful night possible for our recipients. On behalf of New Egypt High School, thank you for all you do for our students. And lastly, I would like to congratulate each of our outstanding seniors on their accomplishments and wish them continued success as they move beyond the halls of New Egypt High School. Thank you everybody for coming tonight.